This is the fifth time I am hopping into this band. And I only know this band because this beautiful lady, my wonderful wife, Mel, introduced me to them. The band is the Steely Dan, and the album is The Royal Scam. Now, this is the one that precedes, just it comes right before your
Yeah.
favorite album, right? Like Asia is your favorite.
Asia and Gaucho are my favorite too.
Asia and Gaucho. And on
The
this
next
one,
one's after
you
this.
you said you were listening a little bit today. Do you have
I
any?
just listened again because I don't know all the song names, even though I've listened to the albums many times. I just play them and don't know all the names, but I do remember liking Kid Charlemagne, The Fez, and Sign and Stranger.
Okay.
I will tell you later if I have any other favorites.
Okay. Well, the album cover, it kind of makes me feel like the Roy, especially with the title, The Royal Scam. It kind of makes me feel like it's a comment on capitalism or something, or like
Hmm.
the music business. You know, you've got these like beastly like faces at the top of these massive skyscrapers, and then you just got our guy here just like sleeping outside
Hmm.
on like a city bench kind of thing.
Yeah, I
Maybe a
never
subway.
actually looked at the album cover that deeply.
I think
They're
that's
like
kind of
dinosaurs.
honestly, it's kind of one. It's like a snake, a bear, maybe
Oh.
a bear, well, maybe multiple snakes and cats. I don't know. I'm not quite sure, but it does feel like, you know, I feel like there are so many big like album cover conversations to be had. That's one of my
Mm-hmm.
favorite things about classic rock in general is
Yeah.
like looking and deciphering the artwork. I mean, it's tough to make like an iconic one. I mean, there are very few of them that are as iconic as like, the Prism, the Pink Floyd
Mm-hmm.
Prism, like the less is more concept, but I feel like it was such a conversation piece and I that might have been the first time where I was like, wow, like album covers. Physical
Mm.
Graffiti, Led Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti, one of my
Mm-hmm.
favorite album
Oh yeah.
covers. It's
Isn't that
super
your
good.
favorite album too?
It's my favorite Zeppelin
Yeah,
album for sure.
that's what I
But
meant.
it's like there was just a lot of times where I got like, listening to the album. It's one of the very few I have on vinyl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like I would listen to that album and it was actually like maybe my only experience with like holding like the fold and like opening it up and seeing like the windows did do different things when you pulled the sleeve out. And anytime I see an interesting one, it stands out to me. And I always end up in this context, I'm wondering if the royal scam is maybe a comment on like industry or industry in music or, just capitalism in general. I don't know. I just, maybe the state of America. This thing seems like it came out January 1st of 1976. Uh,
I see it was released on May 31st, 1976.
okay, May 31st, 1976. Is that a Wikipedia poll? Gotcha.
Yes.
So, title did not get that correct. However, it does come with the full audio. So, we should be getting up to 24-bit, 192 kilohertz audio on this thing, which means this should sound pretty close to the vinyl
It was
or CD.
recorded November 1975 to March 1976 and released May 31st, 1976.
Pretty quick.
19 and 76.
That's a pretty quick turnover. Now that I'm thinking, when you say those dates, like if they did mixing, mastering, and release in 2 months, it's kind of huge. All right, guys.
The one after Katie lied.
Yep. Which, admittedly, now that I've lived with Katie Lied for 2 days, I went back and listened again, and it's still good. It's
Mm-hmm.
just, it's significantly more jazzy than an affair than any of their other albums. It was certainly a step forward in their musical progression. It just didn't sing to my heart the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of eager to get into this and see, how much further they've evolved their chops last album to this album. But also, I'm excited because Tuesday we get to listen to your favorite album from the Dan,
Yeah.
and I like the next two albums that we do.
Oh, yeah.
How many total more do I have, by the way? So after Asian
Well,
Gaucho,
I have to admit, I kind of stopped my discography dive after Gaucho.
okay,
I mean, I listened to a few of the others, but they're all I don't know much about the other ones. The The one with the shadows on the cover.
That one or the Two Against Nature?
Okay, I listened to that, but really, I feel like it kind of stops after Gaucho for me.
Okay.
Um, and then I listened to the not Donald Fagen.
Are these things worth diving into? Definitely, if you're in the comments section, let me know how you would progress in the journey when it comes to the rest of their studio albums beyond Gaucho. Also, did Becker and Fagen you said Fagen, his individual works were very much worth diving into, correct?
Yeah, like the Ruby Baby song, the IGY song, that whole Nightfly studio album. It's a 1982.
Okay.
Donald Fagen, that one is amazing.
So yeah, definitely let me know if Fagen and Becker did their own stuff individually. If any of that stuff is worth diving into, I've absolutely just been riveted with my journey into the dance. But guys, I'd say without further ado, I'm gonna hit the play button. Before I do though, it's very important to me that you know that you are awesome, that you are valuable, that you are important, that you matter, that you are deserving of love, and that I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. And I know that goes for my beautiful Mrs. as well. And by the way, she said this in the last video, but in case you were wondering, it is actually her choice to be on camera. I feel like in the comment section I got cooked. So just so everybody knows, this is a conscientious decision. I've offered her a camera.
I'm still here listening.
Thank you.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Guys, here we go. Oh, by the way, I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Arizona time. I come hang out with us. Come discover music with us. I know I have a huge community of people that would love to have you by. And guys, yeah, without further ado, here we go. Kid Charlemagne.
Okay, I have some stories about this, but I'll wait.
Okay, after the song, tell me the stories.
Sure.
Here we go. Kid Charlemagne. Fagen and Becker, okay.
While the music played, you walked by candlelight. Those San Francisco nights were the best in town.
There's immediately a clav. This immediately has like a funk style to it, like bow bow. I'm actually like,
this is a jazz funky album.
that is it's like
Funky
obvious.
jazz
It
rock.
sounds like the boys, right? Like it sounds like the Dan, but it also has just an immediately different punch right into the middle of it. And you've got these very interesting. I want you to pay attention to the drums and what they do in your headphones. Okay, you're gonna hear the guy go do 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 do. What?
I just went. I never read about what the lyrics were inspired by Owsley Stanley.
Oh, shout out to that guy.
I had never known.
R.I.P.
Okay.
All right, hopping back in. And again, check, listen for what the drums do, and then you'll have two different guitar parts in left and right ear. So I just want you to listen to that the drums go from your left to your right ear.
While the music played, you walked by candlelight. Those San Francisco nights were the best in town.
And the clav is all in this ear.
Just by chance you crossed the diamond with the pearl. You turned it on the world. That's when you turned the world around.
Oh my gosh, it makes sense
Did
now.
you feel like Jesus? Did you realize that you were a champion in their eyes?
I can't believe I had never looked this up. It's
You're
about Owsley the bear.
So
the
it's like it's a
LSD guy for the dead.
cool.
And the lyrics like make sense if you know that.
Because he's over there just like
Making you feel like Jesus.
by making all
Just
that
kidding.
LSD. We're allowed to say LSD. It's okay. That's what he did.
On the hill, the stuff was laced with kerosene, but yours was kitchen clean. Everyone stopped to stare at your Technicolor
Family
motorhome.
love.
Every friend had your number on the wall. You must have had it all. You go to LA on a dare and you go it alone. Could you live forever? Could you see the day? Could you feel your whole world fall apart?
The drums are
Wait,
incredible.
get along.
dunking on the dead there?
Nah.
Yeah, I was gonna say your low rent friends are dead. Like I really think the Dan are guys that have play on words.
Okay, maybe, but
I can't decide if they're dunking on the bear here. I like for making LSD for everybody, and then like he goes to jail, right? And I feel like maybe this is a comment on how people kind of like turned their backs on him. I don't know.
the first two lines draw on the fact that Owsley LSD was famous for his purity. We got that.
Sure.
Then the Technicolor motorhome of the third line references the Further and the Merry Pranksters.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was literally going to say it kind of felt like when they were talking about the Technicolor motorhome that it was talking about
the
Merry Merry Pranksters bus, and then every like
I was stuck on the kitchen clean, the family fluff.
The part of me is, you know, kind of wondering like if they're commenting on the fact that he builds this huge thing, he like kind of gives a whole bunch of people revelations, and they're like, kind of leave him alone. But again, your low rent friends are dead, or maybe they're commenting on like they feel like he paved a way for people to like kind of lose their minds, or you know, I don't know. But maybe I'm overthinking it, and maybe they're paying reference because admittedly, I feel like the Dan are ridiculously, they're absolutely audiophiles. You cannot listen to their music without considering it in an audiophile perspective. And clearly, Owsley, in what he provided to sound and sound technology, it was actually incredible. I mean, you don't get the Sphere if you didn't have the Wall of Sound. That's very true. Here we go.
Could you feel your whole world fall apart and fade away? Get along, keep Charlemagne. Get along, keep Charlemagne.
The bass is so good.
Now your patrons have all left you in the red. Your low rent friends are dead. This life can be very strange. All those dago freaks who used to paint the face, they've joined the human race. Some things will never change. Son, you are mistaken. You are obsolete. Look at all the white men on the street. Get along. Get along,
The guitar.
Get along, keep Charlemagne.
So good.
This is really good. Sorry, that guitar solo.
It's a guy named Larry Carlton.
Larry Carlton's
It
playing
starts
guitar
at
there?
2:18. That's why I was checking to see the time.
So that
Ends
solo.
at 3:08.
So that solo, spoilers. So that solo was played by Larry Carlton, not Becker.
Yeah, and it's ranked as number 80 on the 100 greatest guitar guitar songs on Rolling Stone.
It had me enthralled.
I know, it was really good.
So, you know, maybe it's not so much a comment on the man in general, so much as what the man's reputation left. I feel like they've kind of commented on like their distaste with like hippie movement.
Yeah.
And maybe this is more a reflection on that, saying like, hey, all your hippie dreams kind of ended up with white guys on the street.
Yeah, you ran out of gas, you went to jail.
Yeah, all these dayglow freaks who used to paint the face, they've joined the human race, and some things will never change. It kind of feels, again, like maybe it's just an overarching comment on that sort of culture.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is.
But I would be very interested to know. I kind of like that the interviews I hear about the Dan, they're kind of dunking on other musicians. Like when you sent me that video a couple of days ago of
Oh.
David Byrne,
Oh yeah.
and he was talking about Naive Melody and how, like, this must be the place, one of the best songs
Oh
ever,
yeah.
and how
That's our song.
yeah,
dude.
it's our song. That's what I'm saying. It's one of the best songs ever. But it's funny to me that David Byrne was like, yeah, one of the guys in Steely Dan were quoted as saying like,
Two chords.
it's yeah, one or two chords. Like
You
you
guys
don't
need
do
to
it.
expand.
Yeah, maybe you should do more. A hilarious kind of
Yeah.
view, but like I kind of like that they're just kind of like the brazen dudes of music.
New
Like
Yorkers.
yeah, they're from New York.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Huh. Makes sense. I love this clav sound.
Clean this mess up, else we'll all end up in jail. Those test tubes and the scale, just get it all out of here. Is there gas in the car? Yes, there's gas in the car. I think the people down the hall know who you are. Careful what you carry, 'cause the man is wise. You are still an outlaw in their eyes. Get along, King Charlemagne. Get along, King Charlemagne.
Can you look up when Alice Lee went to jail? It's really good. They're board fading.
Well, isn't that what they always do? Or mostly do?
They very frequently board fade, yeah.
So, I do have to say something.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I've loved this song for so long and never this is just such a difference between me and you. I never looked up the meaning or tried to think about the words. Reading them, looking now, it's kind of obvious, but I can't believe I never put it together.
That they're dunking on the bear?
Well, yeah, that it has all these like further Merry Prankster LSD references.
When did the bear go to jail?
It says 70 to 72.
Okay.
So,
but when they say
was...
careful what you carry because the man is wise and you're still an outlaw in their eyes,
yeah,
it kind of made me, because didn't he get arrested for possession?
Yeah, on the Kid Charlemagne Wikipedia page, it says the final verse describes Stanley's 1967 arrest after his car reportedly ran out of gas. So
okay,
they caught him that way, I guess. Also, immediately as soon as I heard this song, I grew up listening to rap, and in 2007, Kanye West had an album called Graduation.
Mm-hmm.
I had it in my car. I listened to it all the time. I loved it. It's
Not
pretty
familiar
good.
with that at all.
And there's a song called Champion that samples this. So like immediately as soon as I heard the song, I was like back to Kanye West sampling it.
Which part do they sample?
The chorus, I think.
Do they have the words or is it just the music?
It's the words.
What's that song
You
called?
are a champion in my eyes.
Champion?
What do they say in the chorus with champion?
Do they say the word champion? I don't think they say. Did they? Oh
They
yeah,
definitely do.
you were
that
a
part.
champion in their eyes. Did
Yeah,
you
this
realize
whole part,
that you were? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
And it just immediately brought me back.
Interesting little subtext.
Mm.
It does kind of make me wonder if the Dan ever did the LSD from that.
I would imagine so.
Well, I don't know. As much as they seem to have a disdain for the hippie movement, and didn't you find out that they were from Jersey?
Walter is from the Queens. He grew up in Queens.
He's
and
from the Queens.
Donald grew up in Passaic, New Jersey.
Passaic. Okay, so they're from the New York and from the New Jersey.
Yeah.
Got it. That song ripped so hard. The bass, the drums, the way it all panned, and that solo, both of them were exemplary.
Yeah, that's why I'm sorry I interrupted. I know it was a sick solo, but I wanted you to know it was a different guitar player.
But so that wasn't Fagan playing.
Nah.
Hopping into the next
It's
one.
like they hire studio artists.
They hired guns. Yeah, here we go. Next one. The Caves of Altamira? Altamira?
I would say Mira, but I don't remember.
Horns.
I recall when I was small, how I spent my days alone.
I love this already.
The
Yeah.
busy world was not for me, so I went and found my own. I would climb the garden wall with a candle in my hand. I'd hide inside a hole of rock and sand. On the
I'm gonna bring it back just for this part. The drum work in this album is so special by comparison to the other albums I've heard from them so far. What you hear, like you're hearing toms like in different ears. It bounces back and forth. It's incredible.
my hand,
Listen to the drums.
I'd hide inside a hole of rock and sand. On the
It's-
stone, an ancient hand in a faded yellow green made alive a
Ooh.
worldly wonder, often told but never seen. Now and ever bound to labor on the sea and in the sky. Every man and beast appeared, a friend as real as I. Before the fall, when they wrote it on the wall, when there wasn't even any Hollywood, they heard the call and they wrote it on the wall. For you and me, we understood.
Whoa. That transition was so nice. It just kept going and going. And it's like it really does have these jazzy elements, but it's almost like you think it's gonna just transition, do, and then you're back in, but it almost like holds itself out like 4 more measures than you think it's gonna. It's so nice.
They heard the call and they wrote it on the wall. For you and me, we understood.
I love it.
Good one.
And the horns.
Yeah, they're good.
Can it be the sad design could be the very same? A woolly man without a face and a beast without a name. Nothing here but history. Can you see what has been done? Memory rush over me. Now I step into the song. Before the fall, when they wrote it on the wall, when there wasn't even any Hollywood, they heard the call and they wrote it on the wall. For you and me, we understood.
I got to do a quick Google search. Is are the Caves of Altamira where they had the hall it's in France, right? Or I think so. The Caves of Altamira. Is it? It's. I think it's a real place. The Hall of Bulls. Is that correct? Or is it Spanish? Okay. It's not the. Let's see. Double checking. No, I was mistaken. Okay, so I looked up both. The Hall of Bulls is in France, and Caves of Altamira are in Cantabria, Spain. So, but similarly,
Okay.
it kind of the reason I was wondering is because it was like I think that the Hall of Bulls they've kind of commented that might be our earliest sense of artwork,
Wow.
right? In communication. And in this context, I was kind of wondering if they were saying like artists were being artists before Hollywood.
Mhm.
It is kind of what I was understanding. You know, they heard the call to art before Hollywood, and they wrote it on the wall.
Okay.
That's kind of my working interpretation of this song right now. And it seems like the Caves of Altamira were similar enough to the concept of the Hall of Bulls.
Okay.
That's at least where I was going from. Bringing it back a little bit.
call and they wrote it on the wall for you and me. We understood.
The transitions are just lovely.
Before the fall, when they wrote it on the wall, when there wasn't even any Hollywood, they heard the call and they wrote it on the wall for you and me. We understood.
The horns in this are so good. You have that little poking, it kind of thing going on. I'm really loving the dynamics of this song. The horns again just make it so nice. But I feel like that they continue to get better and better with mixing and mastering. Like I feel like the drums are literally drumming left and right side of my brain. It's so tasty. But this part. Oh,
I think you're gonna like this album a lot better.
you were right. You kind of get like a clav there in the end of the board fade.
All right. Is this getting a heart? Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely got a heart. Don't Take Me Alive. It does feel maybe a little bit like it's like already a comment on the industry or an industry. You know, like where business intersects with art.
Or like, the hippies kind of went mainstream.
Maybe
work in the city.
that is an angle I hadn't considered. That you know, when they said everybody has to join the world, right? Like,
well, that's kind of what happened after.
You're darn tootin'. But I again, and maybe I wouldn't be thinking this deeply into this if it were not for this album cover. But I think that the conversation of the album cover and then just immediately kind of punching in, and you know, I can recall people saying, you know, what the song isn't coming to my mind right now, but their first album, they commented on it was my favorite. Why can't I not think of it? When they were talking about John Lennon, saying it's literally on the tip of my tongue.
Only a fool would say that.
Only a fool would say that. That's that's my easily my second favorite song to Bodhisattva, and it just was not coming out of my mouth because I kept thinking of John Lennon.
You have so many new favorites ahead of you.
I can't wait. But I'm saying I think that there is a comment against that kind of culture that was so steeped in the hippie idealism, and then seeing that hippie idealism intersect with Hollywood. And all of these people ending up like having to join the real world. I love their commentary because they definitely are there to call a spade a spade. They've got chutzpah, you know.
Okay, I just did a quick check on the song, and Larry Carlton, the guitar player, is in this one too.
Okay, here we go. Whoa. Gosh. maybe a Les Paul into like a I don't know, like maybe a Les Paul into it, like a I think it's a Marshall. I don't know if it's JTM 45. I don't know if I want to say JTM 45, but that tone, real punchy, real kind of squealy, squealy Dan.
JTM
45.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so nice.
Squealy Dan.
Agents of the law.
Agents of the
Luckless
law.
pedestrian. I know you're out there with rage in your eyes and your megaphones, saying all is forgiven. Mad dog surrender.
I wonder if they're going to do the uplifting
How can I answer?
electric keys at the end
A
of this.
man of my mind can do anything.
They didn't. They get jazzy at the end of these with rage in your eyes and your megaphones, right? So, and then they do it again on a man of my mind can do anything. So I'm gonna bring it back, and you're gonna hear it towards the tail end. You kind of hear like almost Mr. Rogers neighborhood level piano like sounds like. You know, almost like somebody's about to sing about the beautiful day in the neighborhood, but at the tail end of a Steely verse. Listen.
And your megaphones, saying all is forgiven. Mad dog surrender.
And they do it again.
How can I answer? A man of my mind can do anything. I'm a bookkeeper's son. I don't wanna shoot no one. Well, I crossed my own land back in Oregon. Don't take me alive.
Oregon.
They said Oregon.
That's what we learned in Jersey. That's what I was taught.
You were taught that the state
Yeah.
was called Oregon?
Yeah, and we went to the computer lab and played the Oregon Trail.
No, honey, you didn't.
I'm serious.
Honey. Babe.
When I went to college, I made friends that were from Oregon, and I learned, and I
and
changed
you
it.
probably say the Appalachian Mountains, too.
Okay, I do. What do you say?
It's Appalachian.
Okay.
And if you're from Appalachia, you would know that. You're not from Appalachia. I get it. You're from Jersey. But if you're going to say Oregon.
Don't mess with me.
I won't. I promise. It's still, though. Oregon.
Back in Oregon, don't take me alive.
It's Oregon.
Caves of dynamite. I could hold out here all night. Yes, I crossed my own land back in Oregon. Don't take me alive.
Oh,
Can you hear the evil?
just reminded me about Barrytown.
I was literally gonna say, you remember when I dunked on you for
Yeah.
saying Barrytown?
I know.
And then the first thing they do is go and sing about Barrytown and not
Yeah.
Barrytown.
Okay, what do you think about the song so far?
Squealy Dan is a vibe.
I know.
This guitar player is truly special. I love the tone he's bringing into it. It really, really serves well. And obviously it's a little different, right? Like, but it's kind of less in your face with the jazz as Katie Lied was. And it's a bit more. It's got more funk sound textures without fully sending the funk vibe.
Larry Carlton also played with Joni Mitchell.
We like her.
Can you hear the evil crown? The lies and the laughter. I hear my inside, the mechanized hum of another world.
I
where
love
no sun is shining,
the bass line in the back.
no
Listen.
red light flashing. Here in this darkness, I know what I've done. I know all at once who I am. I'm a bookkeeper's son. I don't
is incredible.
My old man back in Oregon, don't take me alive. Got a case of dynamite, I could hold out here all night. Yes, I crossed my old man back in Oregon, don't take me alive.
I'm gonna bring it back because I feel like he's getting ready to send it, but I just love the way that they kind of ascend. You know, they kind of progressively go further and further, and you kind of hear some of the characteristics in the way the guitar player phrases these things along with the singing, and then the transition. You have this kind of you can hear that it's getting ready to.
Back in Oregon, don't take me alive.
The sustain there is tasty. I feel like I accidentally skipped something after that accidental clip, but
I don't wanna shoot no one. Well, I crossed my old man back in Oregon, don't take me alive. Got a case of dynamite, I could hold out here all night. Yes, I crossed my old man back in Oregon, don't take me alive.
I love the way this is ending. They didn't board fade it.
Oh, you heard it.
Oh yeah, no,
Hey,
that was
did
probably my
you-
favorite on.
So far? Yeah.
I think that right now that don't take me. I mean I loved the
Great.
guitar solos in Kid Charlemagne, but I think I just liked the phrasing of this. I liked the. I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna have to go back.
Yeah.
I liked all three of them a lot.
Mhm.
I already think I like this album better than Katie Light.
Oh, well, I told you it's definitely better.
I
Anyway,
so far it's to my taste.
okay. This was the one I liked. My favorite when I was on my Steely Dan journey before I got to my next two faves.
Okay.
But do you have any comments about the lyrics, or you didn't really analyze them?
No, I mean, I honestly, this is one I don't know quite what
Mm.
to make of. Like, I feel like they're saying, "Don't take me alive," like I killed my dad in Oregon, like, you know. But I also don't quite know what I think. Can you hear the evil crowd, the lies and the laughter? I hear my inside. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's a comment on how they're not touring anymore or something.
Well, I just read that it's loosely based on a bank robber that they made a movie called Dog Day Afternoon about, and that movie came out around the time of the album. But then a bunch of people said that's correct.
Okay,
Don't take me alive.
got it. Next song, and this one you said is was your favorite for a while. Sign and Stranger.
It's up there. This yeah. I like the keys.
Have you heard about the Blue Mondays I find?
Oh,
People got to shout to stay alive.
you've got this tasty bass too. I'm gonna go back just so we can respect the whole key sound because that really comes in so wonderfully. But then you've got this beautiful bass, like the rhythm section when it comes in between the bass and the drums. So nice.
Have you heard about the Blue Mondays I find?
And you hear the guitar it starts on an upstroke.
To stay alive. They don't even have policemen or one. Doesn't matter where you've been or what you've done.
This piano is unreal.
Do you have a dark spot on your past?
You hear these volume swells? You remember what I showed you on the other album where I strummed and then I turned my volume up? So you didn't hear the clank, but you heard the
That's called a swell.
a swell. Yes, that's what they're doing here.
Leave it to my man, he'll fix it fast.
It only swelled in the beginning and then it played, but now it's going to swell again.
Peppy has a scar from ear to ear. He will make your mugshots disappear. You zombie, be born again, my friend. Won't
You need
sign it,
Jesus.
stranger?
Guitarmony?
Do you like to take a yo-yo for a ride? Zombie, I can see you're qualified. Walk around collecting Turkish Union dues. They will call you Turkish Union dues. They will call you sir and shine your shoes.
So good.
Or maybe you would like to see the show. You'll enjoy the cafe d'escargot. Folks are in a line around the block just to see her do the con jacques. You zombie, be born again, my friend. Won't you sign in, stranger? Love or leave.
These guitarmony moments are so nice. Where you have like both guitars kind of playing in I think it's thirds, but I could be incorrect. Do let me know. Just my quick ear check is thirds.
And my friend, won't you sign in, stranger?
I think it's thirds.
Love or leave her, yellow fever, sure. It's all in the game, and who are you? Just another scurvy brother.
Whoa.
You zombie, be born again, my friend. Won't you sign in, stranger?
So my read on the lyrics is I'm getting a vibe of like people checking into rehab or something, or checking into jail. I can't decide, but like, won't you sign in? It feels like they're kind of being like, hey, you're coming in here kind of drugged or zombied out, you know, like you look like a zombie. Come get refreshed. Sign in. But I could be wrong. But like their comment on yellow fever. You know, another scurvy brother think, you know, like somebody's unhealthy, like they're not getting their calcium or vitamin C. I don't remember which one is which one scurvy is. Maybe it's vitamin C. But I'm getting the vibe that this is and I could be completely misreading. I don't know.
I'm just reading there's like a Reddit like daily stand interpretations. It was from a month ago.
There's a whole
Yeah, every day,
subreddit
and they do all these
to
different. And so basically, I'm just doing a skim here, but somebody says they thought it was about mafia people like getting a new identity, and then the line "Do you like to take a yo-yo for a ride?"
the ups and downs
was
is kind of-
referring to eliminating someone. I definitely didn't get that from listening, but the yo-yo being the victim and taking them for a ride means they're taking them out and eliminating them.
I was thinking the yo-yo was like just the up and down.
That's what I
The
thought,
up
like
and down of like
yo-yo.
addiction or kicking a habit or an addiction or something. I don't know. I've got to say the way
It's a
that
good
they've
song.
incorporated this grand piano jazzy kind of running thing in the midst of these like and the guitars aren't blowing your ears out, right? Like they do this thing where they have such an interesting blend and they don't overuse a trick, right? Like they're not one trick ponies. I feel like the Dan are guys that are very, very, very proud of their skills as instrumentalists, and they want to find a way to create use cases for things that they have learned to do.
Yeah.
And in this context, again, it's very obvious to me that they use the studio as an instrument just as much as they use the instruments as an instrument.
Okay.
So when I hear things like on this piano, and even just like sometimes the keys, they're not all just panned center. So it's the intermixing with the guitar, the bass behind it, and the fact that they all kind of come in their own way, they do their job, and then kind of fade back into the mix. I love the way that they approach this.
You zombie, be born again, my friend. Won't you sign in strange?
The drum panic there.
I know why this is one of my favorites because of all the keys. I always go for those key solos.
You
You know
are
I do.
you are a keyboard gal. There's no doubt about it. This one is the Fez. This is one you said you liked in the beginning.
But I had something to say about the other song.
Yeah.
It made sense when I looked back at the lyrics, but they said that Mizar 5 is a fictional planet that Steely Dan created describing a criminal haven. And then the first line, have you heard about the boom? People gotta shout to stay alive.
Wow. Maybe. Could go either way. All right, and getting back to it, this one is the Fez. Here we go.
No, I'm never gonna do it without the feds on. Oh no.
The Fez? The
No, I'm never gonna do it without the feds on.
I love the keys. I love the difference in the keys. Like you've got like actual piano, but then you've got these like synthy, maybe I don't know if it's a clav or an organ thing, but the Fez, are they talking like maybe like pyramid cylindrical kind of head? I don't know what that is. With the
I
little
don't-
thing on the top.
I don't know what that is, but
It's
somebody says it's about Gil Faison, who's a friend of the band, and he was the life of the party.
yeah, it's a cap. This is a Fez.
Oh, I didn't know that's what
Yeah.
it was called.
So they're never going to do it without one of these on.
I see another thing that says it's all about dick jokes.
Never going to do it without the Fez on. So in this case, the Fez would be like a condom.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe.
Oh no.
Who knows? I really like those keys.
No, I'm never gonna do it without the feds on. Oh no. That's what I am. Please understand. I wanna
The dun dun dun. That, like the flourish there at the end. And this bass behind it.
Y'all never gonna do it without the fez on. Oh no.
It definitely leans heavily into more of a funk sound with these keys. You've got the guitar playing in the back, and then just that kind of like the. It definitely. I don't know. I don't want to quite. I don't want to say disco because I don't think the Dan did disco.
I
like,
see what you mean though.
There's no disco Dan, to my understanding, right?
Mm.
But that noise.
I wonder if there's a cover band.
The disco Dan. This bass. Guitars, you can tell the way he plays. He's got just a characteristic, and I think maybe a tone, like the guitar tone sounds just kind of distinct to him, but it definitely felt like a big removal. I think that they've definitely kind of brought the clavinet or the clav into the mix significantly more in this album, if not entirely. Like, I don't know if other Steely Dan albums have featured it yet. So to hear that kind of in the mix and just having that kind of funky wow wow kind of sound, super tasty. I like this a lot.
Even though the lyrics aren't as good, the groove is.
The funk. The people that made the music for the Weather Channel heard Steely Dan and were like, you know, what if we took out all of the lyrics and what if we took out all of the funk elements and we just used like the keys and the drums and maybe the bass? I don't. It's very funny to me that it's like, I don't know why I'm getting like the Weather Channel vibe from some of this, but listen. You know? News. Tuning in to 8 on 8. the guitar sustain there also. Do I think this is a song featuring a bunch of dick jokes? No, I do not. I do not think that this is a song featuring a bunch of dick jokes.
The only thing I could see is doing it without the fez on.
That's kind of the thing. Like, in the event that the fez is another word for like a condom, sure, right? But I don't know. The album cover kind of makes me wonder if it's like, I can remember in the movie Stand By Me. I don't know if you ever saw it. It's a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
You remember when Gordy was telling the story about Lardass and the Barfarama? Like, and so he's telling the story, and like you see these like this social club, like the old men of the town, like all are in this like community, kind of like the Eagles or like the Moose Club or something like, or like the Elk Lodge, things like that. I like or the Kiwanis, like different kind of community social clubs. But I feel like some social clubs wore fez hats or something.
Okay.
I don't know. This is a far stretch to me, but I almost feel like it's just as likely that than the dick jokes.
Yeah.
I'm just not getting the dick joke.
No, I think it's probably about that guy that's friends with the band. That's what they said. It's about a guy named Gil Faison, who was a friend of the band, life of the party. They were joking around in the studio, and Fagan started riffing about how the Gamma Chi parties never really got started before Faison would show up.
So they weren't going to party unless the fez came.
They decided to cloak it as the Fez and be clever.
Maybe this is where Fez from That 70s Show got his name.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So I do like this one, but it's definitely not like my top on the album, but it's great.
Next one is Green Earrings. Do you like...
Again, I feel like they're all good. This isn't one that I remember like the name of.
It immediately
the title.
The first 2 seconds of it immediately come in with like a funky clav. I'm really excited. Funk was built on the clav. I don't know how they... Was that a volume swell bend thing? What was that? Who's got a handle on that noise for me?
Cold, daring, no flies on me. Sorry, angel, I must take what I see. Green earrings, I remember the rings of grand design.
I want to comment. Do you hear the triangles in the background?
Yeah, I actually remember they played this at the Steely Dan show I was at in Fort Worth, Texas in 2022. I just checked to make sure it was on the set list. But I remember this video, and they had so many instruments up there, of course.
Right. And the
I
triangle.
remember that specifically.
So the reason I'm commenting on the triangle is because I feel like in this context, the Dan is using the triangle as folly for the sound of jangling jewelry.
The green earrings.
Green earrings, yeah. It's just a nice little touch that I appreciate. And again, who doesn't love when somebody dons a triangle?
Mm-hmm.
The rings of grand design. I remember the look in your eye. I don't mind.
This bass line. Bass?
Greek medallion sparkles when you smile.
He does these palm mute things before hitting the actual note for the squeal.
Sparkles when you smile. Sorry, angel, I get hungry like a child.
love that. This is getting jazzy.
Green earring, I remember the rings of Brandy's eyes.
There's two different guitar players.
I
on
was
this one.
literally gonna say there is a.
I was wondering if you knew it
They were
wasn't Becker.
yeah. Well, so I couldn't. I didn't know it wasn't Becker. I knew that there were two guitars though, not necessarily two guitarists, but the way you could kind of tell is the tone completely changed. It was absolutely two different guitars. So if I bring it back, you've got this clean tone sound here that's doing the lead. Bum, bum, bum.
Elliot Randall.
And then you get this tom run, and then you get that.
Is this part the bridge?
It'd be after the bridge, I guess. And you get this real jazzy guitar sound. And after this, what I thought was a bass, but a totally different guitar. I thought that moment in the beginning,
Yeah.
I thought that was a bass moment.
I like that sound better than the first one, I think.
So okay.
So it says guitar. It says Danny DS bridge and then Elliot Randall main, but I don't know. I don't know what the bridge part is.
I think we're kind of hearing it.
Okay.
This part. That little kind of rushed. It's almost like it's both rushed and hesitated in some way, and I love that it's both.
Green earring, I remember the rings of Brandy's eyes. I remember the look in your eyes. I don't mind, I don't
What was that noise? Is that a guitar?
They've never taken us to space
Ew, what was
before.
that?
It was that.
Just
It was like goopy, spacey, like kind of. Huh?
Is it just like a special like?
I don't know if it's an effect or if they're
Oh.
twisting knobs on a delay pedal or if it's like they're completely modulating it in a different way with tape. I don't know how I would go about making that noise.
Do you
I've
like it?
I do, but I like it because it's got my brain going WTF. Like I'm over here like, how did they do it? You
Yeah.
know? Whenever noises like that happen where I'm like, how would I do that?
Yeah.
There's something real juicy for me about that. Like I love biting into that. So if you happen to know how he took us to space with that noise, that goopy part, like it seems like he initiates a wah pedal, but then somewhere I don't think it's self oscillation, so I almost don't think it's a delay pedal at all. I feel like it's got to be like a totally separate sound, like a keyboard sound. I don't know if I'm hearing that as a guitar. I feel like they just blended it well enough to where I'm thinking it is, but I could be totally wrong. That's absolutely, we heard the guitar part finish and then we just heard a synth part. I do not think that was the guitar.
Yeah.
I think it's their intention for us to think it was the guitar, though. I think they wanted us to think a guitar made that noise. And if a guitar made that noise, please friggin' tell me how they did it. Because it gets so...
Another board fade?
This one's good.
Oh, so you like this one?
This one.
Okay.
Green Earrings has a board fade that your boy Walterooski can get behind.
You approve of this board fade.
My name is Walterooski, and I approve the board fade and Green Earrings.
There's only 3 songs left.
It is kind of sad, and this one is called Haitian Divorce.
Okay.
Like, are people getting divorced in Haiti?
Just play.
Is that a talk box?
Yes. Dean Parks. Altered by Walter Becker, it says. I don't know how that works. But
Dean Parks, and it said altered by Walter Becker?
yeah.
I don't know if that means Walter Becker is the one controlling the talk box while Dean has got
That's what I
the
think.
thing in his mouth, or if it's like Walter went in later and changed it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how they mean that. If you happen to have an idea, let me know. But part of
Okay.
me is thinking that I'm more inclined to believe that he's controlling the box part while our guy has got the tube in his mouth.
That was my first thought. But we'll see.
You've seen people do talk box,
And
right?
I don't really know. I don't think so.
Have you ever listened to Frampton Comes Alive?
I don't think so. Is it a video? Or just a listen?
It's a live album. I just got an excuse to listen to Frampton Comes Alive on stream or on YouTube, and I get to do it as I'm introducing my wife to it.
You think I'm gonna like it?
I'm gonna show you the way.
I'm excited.
You know, I want you to show me the way, but I'm gonna show you the way here. But anyway, a Haitian Divorce. Neither here nor there.
Dabs and Clean Willie were in love, they said. So in love, the preacher's face turned red.
That's really...
Soon everybody knew the thing was dead. He shouts, she bites, they wrangle through the night. Yeah, she go crazy. Got to make a getaway. Papa say, no hesitation, no tears and no hearts breaking, no remorse. Congratulations, this is your Haitian divorce.
They didn't do with the meter at all what I thought that they were going to do there. When they said, this is your Haitian divorce, like, I felt like they could have just sang it, but they kind of broke up the lyricism. Shout out to the beautiful Clarky Malarkey back there. Clarky Malarkey, we love you, fella.
Congratulations, this is your Haitian divorce. She takes the taxi to the good hotel. Bon marché, as far as she can tell. She drinks the zombie from the
when he says she drinks the zombie, I'm almost inclined to wonder if they're being self-referential to their earlier song, "Don't Take Me Alive," because they comment on, like zombie,
Okay.
and I could be totally
I
wrong.
didn't even put that together.
But it kind of further leads into my idea that I'm wondering if it's like a drug and alcohol rehab that they were singing about when they say she drinks the zombie from the cocoa shell. Like, unless the zombie is just a drink name featuring lime and coconut or something, I don't know. But I'm partially thinking that maybe they're being self-referential to their earlier song.
From the cocoa shell, she feels alright. She get it on tonight. Yeah. Mr. Driver, take me where the music play pop.
Were you raising your hand?
No, I was just stretching.
Oh, you were over there.
But I did just find an interesting story about the song.
Okay.
Should I wait till the end?
No, what you got?
The recording engineer, Elliot Shiner, had to take some time off from the sessions to fly to Haiti in order to file for divorce, which apparently was just signing some paperwork at the city hall. And Walt and Don thought it was hilarious and made up an imaginary story to go along with it.
Okay.
I mean, maybe.
That seems like our guys.
Do it.
I do. Come again? I haven't hearted it yet.
No hesitation, no tears and no hearts breaking, no remorse. Congratulations, this is your Haitian divorce.
For the life of me, I have no idea. Unless a guy got married in Haiti, why would he have to fly to Haiti to file for divorce?
He probably got married there.
What a weird way to exist in the 70s. Maybe not. But like,
I'm gonna look up Elliot.
yeah, I have what. There's context I'm missing for sure. Marengo?
Now we fade to black.
Okay, Talkbox. Will you look up when Frampton started using the Talkbox? I think it has to have been earlier than that.
In the USA, day by day,
Not that it matters.
those memories fade away. Some babies growing up peculiar way. It changed, it grew, and everybody knew. Yeah, send me mojo. Who's this kinky so and so? Papa go. No hesitation, no tears and no hearts breaking, no remorse.
He started using it in 75, but he first encountered it in 1970 during a George Harrison recording session.
Okay.
And he got it as a gift from Bob Hale.
Okay. I don't ask just to insinuate that the Dan is being derivative, just so we're clear. I feel like the Talkbox was absolutely a texture that got featured in a lot of 70s rock, but it did kind of make me wonder, maybe Frampton got the idea from the Dan. I'm clearly not onto it there.
Congratulations, this is your Haitian divorce.
It growls. The parts behind the lead too.
I don't want to dig that much into the lyrics, but according to Elliot Shiner, the flight to Haiti had a lot of people. It was filled with other people getting a divorce, and the band was so inspired. They were intrigued by that, so they wrote it, and he wasn't around to cut the track because he was getting his divorce.
He was getting his Haitian divorce. If anybody in the YouTube comment section has any inkling of an idea, were Haitian divorces like a thing?
A quickie thing, it looks like.
Is like okay, I got
Fast
married.
divorce in Haiti.
Fly. Let's fly to Haiti. You just fly there for the courthouse and then you're just back. That's kind of nuts.
And this is from 76, this album?
Yeah, this came out in 19. You said
Oh, yeah.
May
Yep,
of
yeah,
1976, even though title said January.
Yeah, I feel like they say January 1st on a lot of them, so that might be.
Yeah, it's like if they don't get.
Yeah, they don't know the date, they're just putting it there.
The title, I'm going to say, has been. I'm never going to be able to go back to Spotify after hearing the difference, right? Like, it's just not going to happen.
I still don't really hear the big difference, but I try.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
The two big complaints I have: bad dates and why are
The
we getting
timing.
these random friggin' like it doesn't always separate by stanzas. Sometimes you just end up out of nowhere with
Even
the
the
s-
highlighting of the lines aren't as in sync.
it's not ideal. That said, that same thing happened on Spotify from time to time, and Spotify sounds like doo doo by
Okay.
comparison.
I mean, this sounds great.
Yeah.
I'm
Sounds really
Yeah.
good. This is kind of so we've got 2 to go.
What's next?
This is so far gone 7 for 7, by the way. Everything you did is next.
Mhm.
So here we go. We'll let them board fade it out. Ugh. Not my favorite.
Where did the bastard run? Is he still around? Now you gotta tell me everything you did, baby. I'm gonna
Volume
get
swell.
a gun, shoot the lover down. Are you gonna tell me everything?
I think that this is a song about catching somebody in the throes of an affair or
Huh.
or dirty
I
dragon.
think you're you are onto something, but I'll wait to tell you what I'm reading.
I currently feel like where did the bastard run? Is he still around? Now you got to tell me everything you did. I feel like this is one of those things like I saw a guy and you better friggin' tell me what you and Mr. Man over there did together.
Oh, wow. I'm getting so much history about some classic rock songs right now. I want to tell you. Wait.
Now or later?
You decide.
Let's listen a little bit more.
The lover down.
I love the volume swells there.
Everything you did, baby. Traces are everywhere in a happy home. Now you better tell me everything you did, baby. I jumped out of my easy chair. It was not my own.
All right, I got to know.
All right. So, Glenn Frey of the Eagles. You haven't gotten up to the Turn Up the Eagles line yet, but Glenn Frey of the Eagles said, apparently Walter Becker's girlfriend loved the Eagles and she played it all the time and it drove him nuts. So one day they were having a fight and that's how that line came. Then in 1976, as a nod back to Steely Dan for the free publicity, it inspired the lyrics in Hotel California. They stab it in with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Never would have known that line or in that song was about Steely Dan.
So the homie Walter did not like the Eagles.
No, and then
That makes
Frey
me
said we just wanted to allude to Steely Dan rather than mentioning them outright. And then, yeah.
I kind of I don't know very much of the Eagles at all. So I think I know the hits,
I
but
don't need it. I'm not a huge fan.
I have a lot of respect for Joe Walsh.
I mean, I don't know enough to really talk about them, but they have proclaimed their admiration for Steely Dan, and it's more of like a friendly rivalry than a feud.
Okay.
But you could tell it's about a fight. Obviously, you said that from the start.
Sure, for like it
Yeah.
definitely it definitely is like,
But like the fact that he hated his girlfriend listening to the Eagles is kind of funny.
which is
Easy
I
chair.
get it.
It was not my own. Now I wanna hear about everything you
They're
did,
used-
baby. I never knew you. You were a roller skater. You gonna show me later. Turn up the Eagles, the neighbors are listening.
they're saying, "Hey, turn up the
Yeah.
Eagles," because the neighbors are listening to us yell at each. Like they're in the midst of an argument and they're like, "Okay, you know what? Just turn the music up so they don't hear us." It's kind of funny. And for the record, I don't listen to the Eagles, so there's no way you know what they're talking about.
I mean, like
I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
I was totally joking.
Okay.
Well, you don't like my music?
I feel like some of your formative year music isn't my thing, but I'll explore it and dive in and learn more about it at some point, hopefully.
I guess it's only fair I listen to the Kanye then. Ugh.
No. Hey, but this is probably my least favorite on the album.
Okay, fair enough.
But I just don't think it's terrible.
A roller skater. You gonna show me later. Turn up the Eagles, the
I like that there's so many
neighbors are
volume swells in this.
You know how people talk. I wonder what they say. I think you better tell me everything you did, baby.
Ooh. That's an interesting tone. love it. I really like it.
roller skater. You gonna show me later.
The guitar tone change. Like you go from these like kind of like clean volume swell noises that kind of just fill in with ambience to these like really ripping kind of riff leads that I really appreciate. Going from, you know, this. Sorry.
You gonna show me later.
Into this.
You never came to me when you were so inclined.
I love those volume swells.
Yeah.
Yes, you could have told me everything. You did, baby. I know where baby's at. I know your filthy mind. Now you're gonna do me everything. You did, baby. You did, baby.
And no board fade.
But still a fade of some
Just
sort.
this would be just natural decay.
Oh,
Natural decay is so allowed.
Okay, okay.
Because you're just letting the sound naturally dissipate,
Got it.
and then the song is over when you've decided, okay, there's nothing else captured.
The board fade is the same song, but they lower the volume.
Yeah, the
slowly?
musicians keep playing, but everything just gets lowered,
Okay.
and it's like you just hear them continuing to play as it like kind of
Got
just
it.
fades away, almost as if you're like walking away from the music.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what like the board fade emulates loosely,
Okay.
right? But in this, I like that they didn't do that. I also have noticed, but in Katie Lied specifically, and in this one, they have utilized the board, or not the board fade. We were talking about that. That's why I said it. But they've utilized volume swells in the guitar
Yeah.
so much more, and I feel like the swell sound is a sound I've made a lot as a guy who likes making ambient soundscapes with guitar.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of I throw a lot of reverbs and delays just to get some really long sustain so I can really, you know, really
Mm-hmm.
shush something up. But the way that they do it, it's very I don't know if they're using a volume pedal, like a very like early ages volume pedal, or if they're using like a Stratocaster or a guitar where they've got the ability to have a pinky on the volume knob and like kind of adjust on the fly. Some people do it with their hand, but I don't know if this is being accomplished via a guitar swell or like just by adjusting the volume there, or if it's being done with the volume pedal. So if you have an idea, let me know. And also, are there earlier examples of volume swells than Katie Lied?
Maybe you just didn't catch him.
I'm kind of wondering if it's a concept I never really chased before, but like I think that these are the two earliest examples of volume swells I've got in my brain. I just, and maybe I'm on the spot, but that's kind of where my brain is, and it kind of makes me wonder. Maybe this thing I've been doing with my guitar for the last probably, I don't know, 15 years, like because I think I started learning volume swells maybe 2010, like 2011. It was right before I went on the road.
Okay.
So
Did you do them with your band? On the
yeah,
road?
yeah. You know, it was same, and like I learned little tiny things along the way, right? But the volume swell for ambience thing was certainly something that like I heard somebody do it like in another context, and I was like, that's a sound I want to make.
Yeah.
And I went and I did everything I could, even doing volume swells with like slides, like that became another thing I really enjoyed doing. But when I hear this, it feels like it's very primitive, early days, but the use case, they just nail it. It almost, again, kind of has like a lap steel vibe without having to have like a lap steel or a pedal steel at your disposal. It's which even just buying one of those. Yeah.
That just I used to get, or I still sometimes get, lap steel and like slide confused. Do they sound similar?
So slide, you play lap steel with a slide.
Oh, okay.
And same thing with like a pedal steel. Like you're moving like when you see me do
Yeah.
that, like I've got like a slide or my glass. In my case, I'm using glass. I would typically use metal for that, but it's slightly different. And then with the pedal steel, you have pedals there. It's a hard instrument to get even into the wheelhouse of learning how to play. Like even a cheap pedal steel guitar is thousands of dollars. So a lap steel guitar is, kind of the entry, the gateway into it.
Oh, okay.
But those kind of emulate that sound because a lot of times you're sliding and you're not exclusively picking, or you'll pick and then slide. So there's a little bit of a different kind of vibe with it. But with pedal steel, you're going to hear more slides. And in this context, I feel like it's a regular guitar with volume swell, though I could be totally wrong, and this whole diatribe and pit stop could be totally off.
You haven't heard the song Stagger League yet, have you?
I don't believe so.
Grateful Dead. Okay. We'll talk about it another time.
Gotcha. Okay, so going into the last song.
Title track.
The title track. The Royal Scam. Closing her down.
I knew you were going to like it.
And you get these bombastic noises in the back. What's happening in the right ear?
Crickets.
The whirring. Listen to the soundscape. This is what makes Steely Dan so cool to me, and why I always want to come back. Every single one of their albums is just an interesting, like, what's happening in the ears kind of listen.
Yeah.
Both ears, you hear this almost like you're hearing a drill from really far away, like with a power drill with a drill bit at the end of it making a whirring, but from a real distance. And then you get the left ear coming in with the guitar.
Okay.
So and then guitar's all left ear.
And they wandered in from the city of St. John without any time.
Ooh.
Wearing coats that shine both red and green, colors from their sunny island.
Throws the rhyme entirely. This is incredible already.
From their bows of iron, they looked upon the promised land where surely life was sweet.
You hear the organ?
On the rise.
Dun 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 dun. Law and Order
Yeah. I
guitar tones were stolen from the Dan. I cannot
Oh
hear.
my gosh.
Surely life was sweet.
I do hear it. My mom and I used to watch that all the time.
Here it comes.
On the rising tide to New York City did they ride into the streets. See the glory of the royal scam.
These organ sounds are just killing me. They're so good.
They are hounded down to the bottom of a bad town amid the roads.
Is that a trumpet?
Where they learn to fear and anger.
Did you?
I
It-
think so.
I love the panning.
Yep, Chuck Findlay. Chunk. And Larry Carlton's back on the guitar.
Where they learn to fear an angry race of fallen kings that die companions.
Talk box in the right ear. No, it's not a talk box. I think that's a trumpet again, but they're making it growl. It's like they're cupping it or something. I don't know. Trumpet players, can you please help me out? What do you call that when it like rumbles? It's like you somehow put some sort of like overdrive tone to it to make it go instead of like I don't you know what I mean.
While the memory of their southern sky was clouded by the savage winter.
Oh man.
Every patron saint hung on the wall, shared the room with 20 sinners. See the glory of the royal scam.
Oh man. The keys flourish there. My brain is itchy. What?
What would that be?
I was gonna ask you. I got no clue. What do you know? I'm talking to you. Rattling keys or something? I don't know.
By the blackened wall, he does it all. He thinks he's died and gone to heaven. Now the tale is told by the old man back home. He reads the letter. How they are paid in gold just to babble in the back room all night and waste the time. And they wandered in from the city of St. John without any time.
I almost feel like maybe this song is a comment on just big institution in general being a scam, whether that's like the institution of like Hollywood or business or religion
The
or
magic group where you have to get your magic license.
any of it. Yeah, the big institutions, you know.
Like, like the magic test that expires and they change the guidelines every year.
Like on free run. Like on the anime free run that we're talking about, like if you're an immortal, how come you have to follow laws that just keep coming and going
Yeah.
and changing all the time?
That's what I meant.
Like when the bodies that govern magic change hand to hand, I can't be expected to keep up with everything. It just it's a hilarious concept. Like
So
I got this like 200 years ago. What am I? But this doesn't work anymore. Hilarious enough. But maybe
Okay.
you're right.
But I think you're onto something there. And also, side note, I found out there's a Steely Dan cover band called The Royal Scam. I want to see them, but there's no tour dates out.
Okay. I feel like when we were in Jersey and we went to the Pink Pony, we
Stone
saw
Pony?
the Pink Pony.
What?
Why did I say the
The
Pink Pony?
Stone Pony,
The
babe.
Stone Pony.
Okay.
I'm such a bad
There
Jersey.
was a
But I feel like we saw in the window that there was a Dan cover band that was going to be playing.
and I think they are from Jersey, actually.
Hmm.
Maybe it was them.
Pink Pony. Who am I?
And they wandered in from the city of St. John without any time. See the glory of the royal scam.
And it feels like they're talking about it from the perspective
See the
of
glory
scamming everyone.
Yeah.
of the royal scam. See the glory of the
Those
royal
harmonies
scam.
are great. Yeah, my read on this is that our narrator is kind of talking about some unassuming people that kind of just wandered in from the city of St. John. They like kind of chasing their American dream, right? And when they get here, they end up getting hit with big business. They, feel like they came to the promised land, which they thought was going to be a thing. They end up in the New York City street, and they end up kind of falling victim to all of the things, like whether it's the church, the government problems, big business, like the scam to like keep people down. And it feels like our narrator is kind of commenting on, yeah, look at all of this. We've really got them pegged. Isn't this glorious? Like we're because they're the beneficiaries of it, and that's why to them it's glorious.
Mm. Somebody commented on like it being like the theme was like misanthropy and sleaze, like just the cynical worldview and the unpleasant, corrupt aspects of humanity.
It definitely, again, and further than that, I think that they put us into the narrator of
Yeah,
this person.
I hear it.
I love that idea.
Mm.
Satire. It's a great satire.
Of the royal scam.
Like, if this were Animal Farm, this is what the pigs are saying. And they totally robbed this guitar tone from Law and Order.
You mean Law and Order robbed them?
Yes. It's even kind of interesting if you look at our guy here on the bench. He's got he's dressed in a business suit. He's got a long overcoat and he's got holes in his shoes.
Mm.
This album is tremendous. I liked this. I honestly, this is probably second favorite right now.
Yeah.
This is probably second favorite.
I knew it. This was my first favorite before I got up to my next faves.
I'm very excited for Tuesday to hop in because you've definitely juiced up Asia. I don't think you're not one to overhype things either. So I feel like it's going to be a huge dynamic
One of my
shift.
all-time faves on that album.
And your taste is tremendous. I will say
Thanks,
this,
babe.
of course. I think that when I compare right now, it's probably going Can't Buy a Thrill into the Royal Scam, and then probably Countdown, Pretzel, Katie Lied.
I think that sounds right for you.
When I still think Countdown actually is very close when when I look at it.
Bodhisattva.
It's hard for me to the energy that you get in Countdown, right? Like you just have such I don't know if it's like a younger Dan that and they're just like I mean, I feel like at every step I've heard Dan, they're full of piss and vinegar. You know what I mean? Like these guys they I like that they're just kind of like they call the spade a spade.
Yeah.
It makes and not a lot of musicians do that. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of attitude gets embodied in their music. I like that they write satirically.
Yeah.
I like that they write in abstract. I like that when they approach their songs, they don't just take the easy way out. There are so many easier ways to make a record than the way these guys do it.
Yeah.
You know, like there have been records I'm positive that ranked way higher in like stats and did not have near the musicianship or effort that got put into this. And I feel like if you're a musician that listens, you can hear how much TLC goes into what they do. The dynamics of the sounds, the way that they constantly innovate. Every single album that we've listened to, the only similarity is the voices. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Sometimes you know, the guitar tones are pretty similar, like, but I think that just comes from characteristics. Like if you hear Jerry play, you always know Jerry's on the guitar, right? Like
like I played a random Jerry and right away you knew it was like it's a different non-daddy.
There is just like I think you could hear Jerry's guitar playing like you could hear some voices, right? Like you just know it when you hear it. And there are I think guitar players in general, a lot of us can hear somebody play a guitar and you know what the mannerism of that man is on the guitar.
Like Trey.
Exactly. You know, I feel like mannerism really stands out. That's why when people hear Santana, even if they don't know that Santana song, they know that Santana is playing.
Got it.
And you know, I think that there's a lot to be said about guitar players whose mannerism and characteristics of playing guitar speaks for itself. And I feel like you kind of have that with Becker in some respects. You know, I haven't learned in the entirety of the catalog, so I don't know all of the ins and outs of how they do it. But I mean, honestly, this is just fun. This had so much to pick apart, had so much to talk about. Like, and again, it didn't strike me as jarring with having the stuff kind of. I didn't feel like I got all jazzed on. I like jazz, but the way it gets presented sometimes is like, is this what you want? And in this context, it just seemed like it was a much more natural approach to make things jazzy and funky. And again, that no two Dan albums have sounded the same. Steely.
Oh yeah, you just wait.
Steely Dizzle is for Rizzle. I
I'm
guys,
so glad you loved it.
This was tremendous. This was tremendous.
Clarky came by to say goodbye.
Shout out to Clarky and my beloved wife. Guys, I love you. We love you. Love from me and my family to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the positivity that you show both to me and to one another. Continue to be the best. And until we see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. Love yous. Goodbye.
Bye.